Morning. Welcome to Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. We had a big pullback in Bitcoin. It is now bouncing. If this will move out of my way, there we go. 60,647 was a low, and it's right now at 61,752. Moving over to word of the day. With all the action in the Middle East, we remember what happened in, I believe it was Iraq. With Scud missiles. Scud is a move in a fast straight line or if driven by the wind. The clouds scudded quickly across the sky, foretelling a thunderstorm. Let us go quickly to our S&P 500 heat map. Microsoft is down, NVIDIA and semiconductors are bouncing. Amazon and Azures are moving as well. Let's move on to our charts. FXI is our ETF for the day as China continues to rally. Got a big gap up here. It's up 4, continues to be the stock of the day. It just is like every day. It's only up 0.71. It was up a lot more earlier. We'll just continue to watch that. And let's take a look at the dollar index. Dollar index is up again, 0.42%. Silver tried to bounce off of its 10-day moving average. Gold, which was up yesterday, it looks like it's trying to fill the gap. Copper is up slightly today. Uranium, it's got a nice bounce there. Look at Denison Mines. Hit his head on the 200-day again. So we'll see if it can finally clear that tomorrow. And let us go to our bond yields. They're up today. They were down yesterday. So they're up to 1.47% today, up to about 3.8%. The 20-year up a little over 2%, up at 3%. Take a look at the VIX. The VIX is down today, down close to 4%, down to 1889. It was up a little over 20 yesterday. S&P 500 bouncing off of the 20-day, I should say. RSP is bouncing off of the 10-day. The NASDAQ is bouncing off of the 20-day. The equal weight on the NASDAQ is bouncing off the 20-day as well. IWM is trying to get back above the 10-day. And the Dow Jones is bouncing above the 10-day as well. Financials, doing okay. Communications, pretty flat for the day. Technology, getting a little bit of a bounce. Semiconductors bouncing. Look at NVIDIA, bouncing up to 119 for the 50-day moving average, getting support there. Broadcom is the other trending one off of the 20-day, up 2.8%. Biotech, pretty flat. Real estate, software, getting a little bounce off the 20-day. And we look at real estate, I believe infrastructure is getting a little bounce off of the 10-day. Tesla is down today. It's hurting this sector. Consumer staples are falling. Healthcare fell and then is bouncing. Home builders, airlines, and we got leisure activity, insurance, and this is the banks. And so that's all we're covering in that area. Let's go on, take a look at the news. World news, catastrophic damage left by Hurricane Helene throws North Carolina election plans in chaos with some polling places likely damaged or inaccessible. American Petroleum Institute reports that crude inventories fell 1.5 million barrels last week. Cushing rose 700K barrels and gasoline inventories rose 900,000 barrels. So that is the story there. Nike disappoints the Dow. Quarter 1 EPS 70 cents versus estimate 52 cents. A gap down as revenue fell 10% year over year. Cal-Maine, Quarter 1 EPS $3.06 versus $2.33 initially sold off and is moving up, trying to fight back. Lamb Weston, EPS 73 cents versus 72 cents initially sold off and is bouncing back, up 1.86%. And on to Smith and Wesson, America Outdoor Brands as well. American Outdoor Brands is up 1.6%. U.S. unadjusted criminal background checks fell 3.9% to 2.17 million in September, according to data from the FBI's National Instant Criminal Check System, NICS. Compared to a year earlier, background checks increased 2.9% from 2.1 million. Energy, industrials, and materials. Northrop Grumman is up slightly. Lockheed Martin and other defense stocks looking higher for a second day after Israel vowed retaliation for massive Iranian missile attack on Tuesday. I typed in the wrong symbol. Here we go, Lockheed Martin, pretty flat. FANG, Diamond Energy forecasts Q3 2024 oil production guidance of 319 to 321 MBOED and sees Q3 2024 cash capex guidance to 675 to 700 million. And it gaps up and back a little bit. It's up 1.35%. Duke Energy said it expects to restore majority of remaining 648,000 customer outages in Carolinas by Friday night. So that is pretty flat for the day. EQT Corporation forecasts pre-tax charges of 185 million for employee-related costs, said job cuts part of integration following Equitrans purchase. On to financials, LPL Financial announced that the board of directors has terminated the company's president and chief executive officer, Dan H. Arnold, effective immediately for violating LPL's commitment to a respectful workplace. The board has appointed Rich Steinmeier, currently company's managing director, chief growth officer, as interim CEO. It is pulling back to its 10-day moving average. On to Resource Connection. Q1 adjusted EPS 6 cents versus 3 cents. Adjusted EBITDA 2.32 million versus estimate of 1.808 million on revenues of 136.935 million versus estimate of 137.92. That's why it missed its revenue forecast, so that's why it's falling about 10%. On to healthcare, Humana said based on preliminary 2025 MA star ratings data provided by CMS company, about 25% of members enrolled in plans rated 4 stars and above for 2025. Their stock is selling off a little bit here. MYGN down 17%, a little more than a little bit, I would say. Myriad Genetics announced that the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has issued a third patent that will strengthen its ability to deliver tumor-informed high-definition molecular residual disease, or MRD, to the market. So that is the story in Healthcare. On to technology, media, and telecom. Apple, fresh off the release of the iPhone 16, is preparing to announce a new low-end phone early next year alongside upgraded iPads. And off of the sell-off yesterday, they're bouncing a little bit today, up 0.3%. Oracle plans to invest more than $6.5 billion to establish a public cloud region in Malaysia, aiming to meet the country's growing demand for artificial intelligence and cloud services. With that news, Oracle is up slightly, and KKR finally is weighing an offer at ASMPT. The ticker symbol is ASMVF, roughly $58.5 billion semiconductor and electronics equipment maker, according to a report in Bloomberg. So KKR is up slightly. Take a look at ASMVF. Does not come up with that. And the other, so I guess it is maybe out of this country. So try it one more time. No, it does not come up. So let us move on to our daily routine. What's up? 200% in volume, up 10%. We got two companies. Motive Care, non-emergency transportation services in government. It's up 24%, 412% increase in volume. And Wheeler, real estate investment. It's up 146% today. It's up to 1650. It started out ended yesterday around 7. So I'm not sure if there would be any news. We may have to find this on Yahoo. If you wanted to find out more information, you could go check out WHLR on Yahoo to find out why this is moving up. What did we do? We closed out our position in American Semiconductor as it fell below the 50-day. We'll continue to watch it. It has gotten some price movements here, but we have a stop loss where we don't let anything go down any further. We'll continue to watch this, see if it gets more buying. Had some big buying here, and here. So that is the story with that. We took a little profit in Carpenter, just 25 shares. Just got a little profit here. And we added to QMMM. Had a little bit of a pullback. So I think we bought like 4,000 shares. So that is the story there. And the other one, we took a little profit in. I can't quite recall at the moment, just to free up some shares. And Kava, it's pulling back. It is bouncing, trying to stay, getting support around the 20-day moving average. BitX, bouncing a little bit here. NVIDIA, we looked at a little earlier, it was at 119, pulling back a little bit. A-Lab, pulled back, trying to stay at the 10-day, getting support there, that's good. Dave, holding, I believe we may have added to Dave yesterday. And a couple issues that we used to have. IoT continues to fall in the software area. We're just going to take a peek. Make sure we cover all the action. Guess we got out of, we had a spread on UTHR. We closed that spread probably around the 50-day where got a little support here. We'll continue to watch that, see if we want to get back into that one. We took off our shorts on the Terra and then it pulled back right after we did that, which is natural. But like this move up to 130, wanted to keep those shares. Reddit is bouncing a little bit here. Our capital group, ACGL. Holding strong right there. APO also in the capital formation group had a big move yesterday and is continuing on that one. We do not currently hold that issue. And the other two we covered. Oracle in the news. Continue to hold Oracle. VRT, I believe we sold 25 shares of VRT 100 shares of VRT. We still have 200 as looks like it's working on a cup with a handle. And that's all we got time for today. This is Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. Hope everybody has a great day. Go out there and make a difference, and we'll catch you back here on Thursday.